Test, test, test. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Let me know how the mic is sounding. Test, test, test. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? We had some interesting stuff happen right before London session. We're going to break that down in a second. Just going to wait a few more minutes. Then we're going to start breaking some stuff down. But you already know the drill. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. When you can any charts, drop them in the chat. Interesting little week. We had GDP news and New Zealand news pop off last night. Again, like we talked about doing it live yesterday during London session, we was going to have right before markets reopened. New Zealand news pop off, and then an hour ago at 2 a.m. we had GBP news pop off. Right, so with the New Zealand news, we're gonna see here, right? The markets are closed. We had to push up, and price attempted to again hold this level as support to continue the uptrend, right? Because we was going for buys, price was pushing up and it was holding this level as support. Give me 1 second, y'all. There we go. That should be a little bit better, right? Yeah. So we was bullish. It was going for buys, but then as we see here, when price fell to hold this level as support, when it retraced, that's when the rejection happened, and then price consolidated here for an entire week. So when the news popped off last night, it attempted to bring volume back up to see if it could hold this level back as support here at 79.90. But as we can see, it failed to do so, which is why we didn't pull the trigger and go for a buy on this last night. And then with the GBP news, the sell setup that we was talking about all this week, as well as last week, right? It kept on rejecting to hold this level as resistance. But guess what? When the news popped off last night at 2 a.m., right? We go look and see what time the news was. We had GDP news at 2 a.m. That's when the volume kicked in and moved through this level. So again, the idea we was looking for was right. But again, like we was talking about yesterday and Monday during the London session live, it was just a lack of volume. So the news came in to give us that volume to break that level that price was struggling to break for an entire week, right? You see each day price struggled to break that level. But yesterday, it still respect as low as resistance. So when the volume kicked through that level. So we can also see a huge candlestick, a huge move for the day. So we're still going to be looking for sells, but we're going to be looking for sells not here anymore unless it retraces back up to them, right? So we're going to look to see if price can either retrace and retest and continue to hold 30,005 as resistance, or we're gonna watch to see how it reacts to 29.65. Right, but we're still looking for sales. And then GJ, same thing, right? So let's wait for my chart to pop up right here. All right, when GJ, right? So again, struggling to break this level as resistance, and then on Monday, price broke this level, had that support, did a quick move to the upside, but then again struggled to continue to push up. We saw the rejection yesterday. Price consolidated literally all day yesterday. Tried to push back up last night, and then again 2 a.m. Well, 2 a.m. when the news popped off, price rejected. So we're in the middle of a reversal with GJ, which again is not too much of a shock or surprise because again, price was struggling to continue to push to the upside and was struggling, like it was talked about yesterday, and even in the Sunday chart analysis, to break and hold this resistance level to a new support level. So we're just about to watch and see how GJ reacts to these couple levels right here. We're not going to really do too much with it. We're just going to watch and see how price reacts. So the main charts we're going to be paying attention to is GU and EN today. We're going to be looking at possible EN buys if price can break and hold support. And then we're going to be looking for the next GU sell setup or retracement. So that's the game plan for today. Now, again, as far as news today, we have the GDP news. We have nothing going on during New York session. And then later on tonight, we have 8:30 Australian news. So again, the drill's the same. We still got London session, New York session. There's bound to be a move we can catch. So we're just going to be waiting for the next confirmation and next setup. All right, y'all, make sure to tap that. Well, I'm not on TikTok. Make sure to hit that like button, y'all, and subscribe. If you're not subscribed already, just dropped the Bitcoin weekly analysis for y'all yesterday. If y'all been watching and keeping up for the past month or the past couple of weeks, you should be deep in profit right now. So congratulations to those that have been tuning in and investing with me. Y'all should be nice and in profit on Bitcoin. But if y'all have not invested in Bitcoin yet or watched any of the videos, make sure to watch yesterday's video and then pick up from there. All right, new 15 just popped up. Those joining the stream, we have not entered this trade yet. Make sure to hit that first link in the description and join the free signal room, free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. We're going to pull it up in a little bit as well. And if y'all just tuning in, we talked about a lot of stuff, and I don't feel like repeating it at this moment. So rewind to, what time is it right now? Rewind like 8 minutes so you understand what took place last night and what's been taking place this week. Right, but we got a couple setups we're looking at right now. We're looking for a GU setup. Again, we had news last night. Price took a huge dump. So we're looking for retracement retest to ride the rest of this wave. So if GU could continue to hold 30,005 as resistance, we could look for sales going down to 29.70, possibly down to 29.40. That's what we're looking at right there. And then we're going to be watching EM to see if it's going to be able to hold 79.95 as support again to continue the uptrend, right? Because I tried last night with the New Zealand news, but then they rejected. But at the same time, it's still been respecting 79.10 as support as well. And again, a lot of these charts are kind of just struggling to continue the trend. We got a couple charts that reverse. NAS, for example, we caught a nice quick little buy on NAS, and then after struggling it multiple times for about like an hour and a half, it literally canceled out the move it did on Monday, as we can see right here. But it's still holding this low as support. So we're just going to watch and see how it reacts. But if it can hold 20,000 support, you can look for short term buys going to 20,460, but it's going to need to hold 20,460 as support for the uptrend to continue. So again, we're just watching to see how price reacts here. And then GJ, same thing, right? We're struggling to continue to make higher highs. Rejected last night with the GBP news. Right. Another reason why we're looking for retracement and retest on GU is because again, we look at the daily candlestick. It's already did a huge move for the day, but the day is still just getting started as far as the daily candlestick is concerned, right? Because again, we just had a Tokyo session. It's London session right now. The beginning of the session was 20 minutes into London session at that, and then we still have New York session. So from this point, we're either going to see a super large candlestick, like maybe like this one right here, or there's one on GJ. Oh, that's not one. Let me go to GJ because I know there was one on GJ. So, or we're going to see a normally large candlestick like this take place, or something crazy like this, right? Because again, it's already did a huge move and it just broke a key level. So it's either going to retrace and they continue to push down, or it's going to consolidate it for a little bit. All right. Again, we was looking for this setup literally since last week on Thursday, but it struggled day after day after day to not only break but hold a low as resistance. And like I always hear me talk about the news, news is not really against you. News isn't your enemy. So we finally broke through that level, showing that the downtrend is continuing. So unless we have the 100, which is not rejected, but well, technically rejected, but canceled out and reversed the move it did the day before, we're going to see the trend continue, which will make life a little bit easier for us because, again, it's been a struggle as far as the markets and volume the past few weeks. As we can see here, if you look at any chart, most charts have been kind of struggling to continue the trends they're in. Right, you can see that here as well. But that's just how it is someday. I was just talking to a student, I think yesterday, about that. Right, some days there's going to be days where it's huge volume. Some weeks is like that as well. But if there's days and weeks where there's huge volume and crazy moves, there's also got to be days and weeks where it's low volume or a little bit slower. The holidays are also approaching as well, so that's another factor. But at the end of the day, in the week and in the month, we're still up and profitable, which is the ultimate goal. So again, make sure to hit that first link in the description and join the free server for Telegram. You hit that first link, you're going to see how we're doing so far this week. Also, if you scroll to October 13th, you'll see how we did last week. Went 3-0 last week. It was 100% win rate. Make sure to check out the Sunday chart analysis. I drop the Sunday chart analysis every Sunday. It goes over not just what I see price doing Sunday night going into Monday, but what I see price doing throughout the entire week. So make sure to check that out as well. And if you scroll to October 2nd, you will see how we ended September. All right, so we scroll October 2nd. Scroll. Boom. We see how we ended last month. Last month, we went 14-2, giving us an 88% win rate, catching a total of 35,486 pips. You click this blue highlighted right here. It's going to take you to the beginning of September. As you can see, all wins and losses are posted. We draw the Sunday chart analysis beginning of every week. Every day we go live. I send the link out, so there's no excuse to miss the live streams. But if you can't make it or you sleep or whatever, they are recorded so you can watch them whenever, right? Everything's dated, timed, and documented, so I literally can't make none of this stuff up. And then if you scroll down to October, I believe 4th, you'll see how we ended quarter 3. July, we went 16-5, catching 1,442 pips. August went 13-1, catching 27,727 pips. And then again, last month, September, went 14-2, catching 35,486 pips. And in the quarter, 43-8, giving us an 84% win rate for the quarter, all 3 months combined, catching a total of 64,655 pips. We absolutely dominated last quarter. You click right here, it'll take you to not only the beginning of quarter 3, but it'll also show you the recap of quarter 2. So again, you can see we average not just on a monthly, weekly, as well as a quarterly basis, high 80, high 90% win rates. So make sure to explore that channel and check it out. Make sure to explore the playlist on YouTube as well, y'all. All playlists are up to date. But yeah, it's just a waiting game right now. All right, when it comes to trading, you have to think long term and you have to have patience. Do not be impatient when it comes to trading. You guys got any questions? Drop them in the chat. Any charts? Drop them in the chat. Got a new 5-minute about to pop up in a second. Do you look for setups for more than one trade, and how many positions do you trade? So So you see I have multiple charts up here. So I look at multiple different charts. So yes, I do look for setups for more than one pair or for more than one trade. That doesn't necessarily mean that I'm taking, all these setups. Like I have 4 charts up right now. That doesn't mean if all 4 of these charts meet my confirmations that I'm going to pull the trigger on all 4 charts. And what's the next part of your question? How many positions do you trade? So you're talking about like on a pair, I take 1 position, right? Now I might scale into it, but that's a little bit complicated. So we're not gonna really dive into that. I don't want to confuse people. But I take 1 position, right? So again, if you go into a free signal, free Telegram, click where it says free plays, and then you go to photos. Not only do you see screenshots of the signals, screenshots of the actual trades, but if you just scroll a little bit further, you'll also see student results and testimonials. But if you scroll a little bit further past that, you'll also see that I post, positions of the trades as well, right? And if you look at these positions, it's just one position, right? I know I don't do that stuff you see on the internet where I'm looking for a buy or sell, and instead of just putting 1 position, I put like 5 positions. That's silliness, right? And it makes it more stressful. You're doing the most. Might as well just take 1 position, right? So yeah, that's how I do it. And if you go to my playlist titled Trade Breakdowns, there's over 70 videos of back to back to back to back to back trade breakdowns, different buy positions, different sell positions, all trades I personally took, as well as most of those trades are trades also called for the members in the signal room, as well as broken down and or entered during the London session live stream. So yeah. Our new 15 just popped up. So again, we're looking to see if price can retrace for us, because again, we do not chase trades, right? We do not chase trades. So we're going to wait to see if price can retrace for us so we can continue to ride this wave down. Again, there's no New York news until tomorrow on Friday. So we're just gonna have to plug it out and just deal with the wall and wait for our confirmation. Where as far as today's concerned, we had GBP news, broke that down at the beginning of the live stream, so y'all late to the party. I do highly recommend rewinding to the beginning. You can skip like the first 2 minutes of the live stream. Definitely rewind to the beginning. Then later on tonight, we got Australian news. Okay. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok as well, y'all. You'll see it scrolling at the bottom of your screen. Instagram, playmaker_way. TikTok, playmaker_way_. All right. I'm gonna be dropping some videos for y'all later on this week. I'm going to be dropping another video on YouTube as well. You already know how we do. If it's not ready tomorrow, it's definitely dropping Friday, so be on the lookout for that. We got a new 5-minute about to pop up in a couple minutes. And again, the main reason why we're not switching back and forth between a lot of other charts like we typically do, because again, there's no reason to, right? Because again, majority of these charts are still kind of in reversal stage or trying to figure out what side of the coin they're going to land on. So it's not like other days where there's multiple setups you possibly jump in on. There's only like one setup we're looking at paying attention to right now. The other ones still got a little bit of work to do, and we got the alerts on it, so we know we're not going to miss anything once the price does or does not, you know what I'm saying, meet the confirmations we're looking for. Again, these live streams are for y'all, so any trading questions, drop them in the chat, y'all. When we look at any charts, drop them in the chat. Any charts y'all like to trade or any charts in general, we can take a look at those. But if not, we're just going to be watching this, waiting to see if our confirmation is going to be met or not. Right? I know it's boring to some people, but this is the reality of trading. So if this is boring to you, you know what I'm saying? You just going to have to understand that's what trading is sometimes. Right? Even my videos, but I know especially a lot of other videos you see online, they try to make it seem like you just open your computer and then boom, in 5 minutes, you took a trade, made money, and you're done for the day. That's just not how it works. Right? Because again, we don't control the market, so you know we can't make price do something. We have to wait for price to do something. So when we see price retrace, didn't exactly tap this level yet. But again, we look at 3 a.m. Imagine we would have took the sell here, got nervous or fearful or FOMO kicked in that we was going to miss the move. We'd be an unnecessary drawdown right now. So now we're about to watch again for the retest to see if price can continue to hold 30,005 as resistance. If it can, we can look for sales going 29.70 and possibly down to 29.40. That's what we're looking at right here. So again, we see price did exactly what it was looking for. Well, it hasn't held as resistance, but it retraced like it was looking for. And again, imagine if we again London session here, 3:15 current time, we'd be in drawdown for no reason. We would have barely even caught anything if we would have entered when London session started. So now we're about to see if we can hold as low as resistance. All right, looks like it's holding nicely. We're about to see how this closes right here. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. We're looking at these charts, drop them in the chat. But again, y'all, a little bit of slow light, but we saw something that was important today. Again, a straight up example of why, again, we don't chase. Another example, again, price will always retrace. I was muted. But basically, what I was saying was, again, if it can continue to hold that level as resistance, we can look for sales going down to 29.70 and 29.40. All right, y'all. Shout out to everybody in the live. Shout out to everybody that's been alive since the beginning. Shout out to everybody that's been alive since y'all joined. Make sure to hit that first link in the description and join the free signal room for Telegram. If you're interested in how to identify these levels, my signal room services, and my mentorship program, make sure to hit those links in the description. Again, you watch any of the last 2 minutes of any of my YouTube videos, I go over all the details. But of course, you guys got any questions or want to contact me directly, y'all can DM me on Instagram or Telegram. I'll respond to all messages. Still gonna be on the charts, so I'm gonna be paying attention to this closely. And we'll be back on the charts live tomorrow, London session 3 a.m. EST.